imefika sasa,
twende shambani.
mvua tunayo ya kutosha,
Twende shambani.
shamba tunayo ya kutosha,
Twende shambani.
mito tunayo mizuri sana,
Twende shambani.
pande mahindi na maragwe,
Twende shambani.
pande mboga na matunda,
Twende shambani.
sukuma na kabeji pia,
Twende shambani.
uge kuku na ng'ombe.
Twende shambani.
Okay, my name is Charles Wamathi. I come from Wisero Sub-County. I am the Agriculture Crops Officer, Wisero Sub-County. I'm grateful to have worked with the various organizations, including GIZ, in dealing with our farmers in terms of improving the food security for our farmers. And more so we deal with first treating the soil so that it is in a position where it can give all that the farmers need at the same time, improving the sustainability of the same farmers. In doing so, we mostly deal with the GIZ, working with GFA, and we do various aspects of crop production activities, and more so is organic farming exercise. Like today, we have been dealing with our farmers in Wisero, organizing for compost making. In compost making, in order to do that, we have various materials that we are supposed to assemble. Like today, we were able to assemble material like dry leaves. Also, we were able to provide green leaves. Also, able to provide cow dung, water, and also other related aspects that compost making is required. So, in making compost, you first have to identify a site that is far away from direct sunlight, and you disturb the soil a bit, and then you start arranging the compost by putting there twigs, small twigs. Small twigs will provide air for the microbes that will enable the decomposition process. Then you first lay those twigs. Then after that, you also put there dry material. After that, you also put there cow dung. Then sprinkle with water. Cow dung will provide media for microbial activities for the same decomposition process. Then after that, you also have to put green material on top, especially Dithonia. And also after that, you sprinkle some little water. Then you also add some ash. Ash will assist in providing potassium that is required in the soils. Then after that, you now put there pour some water on top. And then after that, you now cover it with some ash. Also cover it with ash. If you have eggshells, the better. You can crush those eggshells. Then you sprinkle on the entire process of compost making. Then after that, you have now to sprinkle water and look for the topsoil and cover it. Cover it with the topsoil. After you have covered it with topsoil, if you have little material, but if you don't have little material, if you have adequate material, then you start again putting those layers as I've just mentioned. Dry material, those materials must be chopped. Then you also put there cow dung, you also add there green leaves, and now on top you also add ash, and then finally you cover it with the topsoil on top of the entire process, the entire heap. That heap is supposed to last for 3 weeks. After that, you can now come and turn. You start turning the entire heap, putting the other side. After that, after another 3 weeks, again you now come and turn, and then take the whole material and put it under shade, and then cover it with material, pulp and paper or some leaves, or dry banana leaves. That will be complete for planting for the next season. So that is what we advise our farmers to keep on doing that, because it will enable our soils, improve the soil carbon, that will stabilize the soil pH status for our soils. Thank you. Before I finish, we are advising our farmers to shift from using commercial fertilizer to using compost fertilizer, because one, compost fertilizer will enable us to make the soil pH status remain within the reach, where when our farmers plant their crops, like for example maize, which requires pH of 5.6, it will be very conducive for the crop to benefit all the nutrients that are supplied in the soil. So the pH status is corrected. Two, the root zone of the area used by compost manure is adequate, because when you plant any crop, it will have an easy time for the roots to penetrate into the ground and get use of all the nutrients that are in the soil. Number 3, composting also saves costs. Our farmers would want to use money to buy fertilizer, but when you compost, it will be easy, use little funds, and the yields will be increased. Thank you very much for listening to me. My name is Charles Wamati once more. Thank you.
Twende shambani, pande mahindi na maragwe. Twende shambani, twende shambani, twende shambani, twende shambani, twende shambani.